Bang, we're live. News AF,
Bang.
Tuesday.
In your
March
fucking
4th.
faces.
Yeah. Gotta switch the background. Boom. Okay.
We're
Ready for
here.
live stream.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Anything else to set up before we jump in?
No, I decided to dress like a fisherman today. I thought,
Oh.
this is kind of fishery man-ish cap.
Oh, I didn't
and
notice.
With this roll shawl neck sweater.
Yeah.
A real seaman's look.
Yeah. I look like a seaman.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Man of the sea.
Or at least a lighthouse operator.
Oh, a man of the sea.
who
Yeah.
brings in seaman, safely to shore.
Yeah.
Very
So,
safely.
bringing in all the seamen.
Mm-hmm. All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Let me turn this on. Okay. And we're recording. And hey, everybody, what's going on? Rob Cesternino back again to talk with you about the week's most interesting news stories for the week of March 4th, 2025, here on News AF.
If the story is buzzing like it's on crystal meth, it's about to be News AF. If the same old news makes you bored to death, it's time for some News AF. Actual, factual news.
Yeah, that's right. We are back once again for a News AF experience that you won't soon forget here with our News AF team. First, here he is. He may look like a man of the sea, but he is very much of the land. He is pickleball's top influencer. It's Tyson Apostol. Tyson, how are you?
Great. And I'm only a landman for a little bit longer until I become a seaman again this weekend as we go to spring break in Hawaii.
Whoa.
Ooh, yeah.
You're both.
I'm both. Yeah. I'm very versatile. I can be
Very-
on land or on sea. I feel exactly the same comfort.
Living the dream.
Wow.
Yeah. Is that the dream?
I think so.
To be a landman and a seaman?
Oh, yeah. To be two
Be
men.
a man
in
of the
one,
land and the sea.
Yeah.
To have two men inside you.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah, exactly.
everyone's dream.
That is everyone's dream.
That's exactly what you want.
Yeah. No. I think
One's not enough.
We're
You
all
want
in
to
agreement.
have two different types of men inside you.
Yeah. No, I think we're all on the same page.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What
yeah.
are temperatures like in Hawaii? Is Hawaii scorching hot this time of year?
No, it's actually a little bit chilly on the shores. 75 as the highs.
So what do you do?
Not
You
over
wear
80.
you wear a puffy up high and then a Speedo down low and just tan the legs, or
I think the sun's going to make it feel warm still.
hopefully that's
Yeah.
the sun's job. But
Yeah, that is the sun's job. So that's the hope. Yeah, that's it. Just
that's
getting
it. Just
I mean,
Hawaii?
getting it. Well, I mean, just getting through this week until we get to Hawaii. So I've got a lot of work, and I decided I'm going in for a haircut on Thursday because I don't want hair tan lines and then cut the hair. You know,
Mhm.
that's like
so embarrassing.
gross.
Yeah.
So
That's so when you have long hair, you get hair tan lines on your shoulders.
yeah, everywhere you can get them
Oh.
on your neck and even your face. You know, like
Your neck,
beard.
Never
Mostly.
had long hair.
Your neck mostly.
But like, let's say you don't shave your neck beard, you get sunburned, and then you shave your neck beard, and you got a big old white patch of skin on your neck.
Yeah, you've
Mhm.
got inverted beard look.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of that type of thing. So
Yeah.
So much
Yeah.
thought goes into a vacation.
Wow.
too much.
I hope
Too
you've
much.
created several lists to ensure that you have a successful vacation.
I mean, the only lists I need are flights, hotel, rental car. That's all booked. I'm
Okay, you're ready.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Back with us, of course, a man mostly of the land, not really of the sea.
Yeah, I'm landlocked.
Danny Bryson.
Yeah.
I love the land. I mean, the sea has these mysterious forces underneath that I don't understand, and I've talked about it in the past. Land, for the most part, if you exclude wind, is understandable. Like, I get what I see, right? That's a 200-foot fall. Don't want to go over there.
Okay.
But the sea, you get in there, it's swirling eddies, undertows, sharks, jellyfish, probably alien civilizations, according to the the documentary The Abyss.
Mhm.
It's all under there. Who knows? We don't even know. Everyone's like, we know more about our solar system than we do about our own oceans, is what you hear all the time.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, we know very little about our solar system. What does that tell us about the ocean? What is it harboring? What's the secret? I don't want to know. The land, I get what I want, except for in forests, because in forests you just don't know what's in there. Dark, can't see the sun, no sense of like direction.
Grunting noises.
There are grunting noises, rustling noises, potential squatch activity. It's just all there, but I prefer the land.
Well,
So,
what about the anglerfish that came up a couple weeks ago?
yeah,
from the
that was
depths
pretty
of-
cool.
Yeah.
Whenever people see one of those things, or they're like the apocalypse fish, they're like, it has surfaced, end times are here. Like, calm down. I've seen enough of these headlines. The fish from the depth dies, floats to the surface, or gets sick, wants to see the sun one last time before he dies. It would make a great Pixar movie,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but no, it does. It's not a signal of the apocalypse.
Is that what the fish are thinking? That I want to see the sun one last time before I die?
That's what I felt
Just
like.
That's a very evolved worldview.
I think it's more like the anglerfish is just like, I've been my whole life down here.
Yeah,
I wonder what it's like up there, because I can go that direction. I just never have. And then it does.
Yes.
And it's like
Pixar movie right
Interesting.
there.
it feels good. Yeah.
And he's got that dangly thing in front of him, you know.
How much do you think little anglerfish is going to sell his story to Pixar
Disney?
for?
Yeah.
AI will just rip it off.
Okay. Cool.
Wow.
Rob, what do you got going on?
Yeah.
You're here with us.
Yeah. Yeah, I never really get to
No.
talk too much, but a lot of times it's because I don't have anything that exciting going on. I'm getting ready to go to South by Southwest this weekend.
That's exciting.
Probably,
That's
yeah,
hip.
never been there before, and so
Are you going to look at Joe Rogan?
is he there? Is
I don't know.
know
He's
he's in
based in
Austin.
Austin.
I know he's in
Seems like
Austin. I
his
don't know if he's
thing.
going to be appearing at South by Southwest.
Do you have to buy cowboy boots and a cowboy hat? to attend?
I'm not wearing any sort of cowboy regalia. Is that a mistake?
Tyson's got like a 15-gallon hat. You can
Yeah.
I
lend
got a
him?
few hats,
quickly?
yeah. And
Yeah.
boots.
So I'm going to be at South by Southwest. I'm speaking on Sunday afternoon, but I'm going to be in like Austin for 48 hours, and I don't really know what other than that 1 hour that I'm going to be speaking. I don't really know
So
what else I'm
47
going to be
hours.
doing.
There's the strip. There's like a hip strip of restaurants and stuff.
Hip strip.
A hip
Yeah.
strip. I think it's a number of a street or something.
Yeah. See, I feel like that this wouldn't bother you, Tyson, but I feel like that. I feel like just I'm gonna like go there by myself. Like, what am I doing? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like if I'm gonna
I
just
get
be by
that,
myself, I might as well just be in my hotel room.
Hotel room, yes. Looking at your phone.
Because that's kind of going to be a yes, me by myself in a hotel room, no family. I mean,
Yeah.
that's already a vacation. What do I need to be around a bunch of strangers?
We'll go to, yeah. I mean, you don't have to be around a bunch of strangers. Just go for a walk. 6th Street, somebody said, is the hip
Yeah.
place. You don't need
I'll
to go to the hip
explore.
place.
Yeah, if it's nice out.
But if it's nice out, just go walk around and find a place to eat and post up. You can just scroll your phone with a nice meal in front of you. Austin's famous for food. So
Yeah,
get something in.
I'll tell you what I don't want to do is I don't want to stay up late.
You're going to, because you're going to be on your phone.
No way.
You're gonna be
You
like,
think the blue
no
light's
one.
gonna bother me?
No
No.
one to yell at me to put my phone down right now.
Yeah.
What is
Well-
late for you, Rob?
I would like to be in bed by like 10 o'clock on most days if I could. That's I feel like that I've
That's
achieved
just
something.
smart.
Yeah.
That's just a smart time to go to bed.
But that being said, that it is also very stupid that I am going to. So my flight is ridiculously early to leave here. My flight here out of Raleigh is at 6:25 a.m. on Saturday morning. Okay? So I'm gonna have to wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. Then there's a time difference, so I'm gonna be going back an hour to Texas, and then it's stupid daylight savings time, and then I'm moving the hour back. I'm just like bouncing around through time.
It's daylight savings.
You're leaving
time.
at 4 a.m, arriving at 2 a.m.
No, well, it's going to be the night that I'm there.
Oh, spring forward too.
Spring forward. So, all right. So that's what's going on. I'll give you the report next week of Austin
Please.
when I'm back.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been there a couple times. It's and by myself. I've been there a couple times by myself.
Yeah. Do you have any tips for me, Tyson?
No.
Look at your
Yeah.
phone and laugh a lot so people think
Just-
you're having a good time.
No, if it's nice out, go for a walk. If it's go eat it, find a nice restaurant on Google or somewhere, preferably close to your hotel if you're Ubering everywhere. And so you can walk there. And that's about it.
Yeah. I think what I really wrestle with, Tyson, and this is what I could use your help with. It's like I could talk to strangers, but I don't want to.
It's tough.
Well,
Yeah.
why would you talk to strangers?
I feel compelled to do it. Of like, hey, you gotta like talk to people. You're
Like,
out.
just
You're out. You gotta
Approach
network.
someone on the street and be like, "Yo,
not,
what up?"
not strangers, but like people,
at
conference
at
people.
South by
Yeah.
Southwest.
Conference people aren't quite
Oh.
strangers.
You let people come to you.
Do I need to be doing something interesting? Do I need
yeah,
like a
put
piece of like
toothpick in your mouth,
No.
interesting
lean against the
swag?
wall.
No, you just carry yourself with confidence and convince yourself before you go in that you're better than all of them combined, and they should be groveling at your feet to connect with you.
All right, but okay, so I'm doing that. I'm in the room. I'm acting, but what if still nobody's talking? And then I feel like it's
gives a
hard
shit,
to keep
dude?
that up. Then
just
why am I
leave.
there? Why am I
Then
there
just
standing there
leave.
by myself?
Yeah, no, then you leave. Then you're like, I am too good for this, and then you leave. Do you
That's
have
why
to be there?
No, I don't have
That's
to.
why smoking was so cool. It
Mhm.
gave you that thing you could do to make it look like you didn't
Was
care.
that cool?
No, but I mean, think about it. If you're just sitting there smoking against the wall when
Mhm.
smoking was at its prime, you could
Mhm.
look cool, like you didn't care. And if no one came and talked to you, you just throw it down, put it out with your foot, and walk away. Like, that's pretty bad, eh?
Yeah.
Now you hold your phone in your hand like you're afraid. And like
No,
the
I can't
phone
do
acts
that.
as like a social shield.
I think you hang for a bit. If you find if a stranger or someone approaches you that you are enjoying the conversation, then you can hang, and other people can circle through that conversation, and you'll just be there. But the second that fizzles or never materializes, bounce.
Run for it. Okay.
Run.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you guys know on Tuesday how it all went. But first, let's get into our top stories at this hour, and let's talk about some.
Can I jump in real quick? Do
Yeah.
you want me to couch quarterback your movements through Austin?
Maybe I'll put like a
you wear an
Bluetooth
earpiece,
headphone
yeah,
in.
and I'll be talking, and you're like, what do I
Might
do
prevent
now?
people from coming up to me, but I do
Wear
have
a
a
body cam.
flesh-colored one.
Yeah, and then wear a body cam, and I'll watch.
Danny,
our
I have
feed.
flesh-colored earbuds to like wear to like
Sexy.
my children's like recitals and like plays and stuff.
Genius.
No, this
Yeah.
is more genius. Hair on them. If you put hair on them,
What? So you like got gnarly ear hair?
yeah,
That will persuade people not to talk to you.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. They won't talk, and you just be like, "What?" And they are like, "Oh, he has too much hair in his ears."
Yeah, he can't
Yeah.
hear.
I
Yeah.
bought them to go to my nephew's elementary school graduation. I'm like, I'm not sitting through this without listening to a podcast. And my wife found out about it. She got
Congratulations.
pissed. Yeah.
Congratulations to your son for graduating elementary school.
No, nephew. I
Yeah.
think
My
he said.
nephew.
Nephew. Congratulations to your nephew. You went to your nephew's.
I know.
That's
what
what
a
I said.
good
Well, I'm
uncle.
going to she's like, we do stuff for your family all the time. This is very important to me. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Okay. Now, what about these? See how I have these over the ears, but instead I have big, different looking ears. So people just think I have ears that are big, but it's actually over the ear headphones. There's
Yes.
there's lots of things. I'm surprised we don't have more earphones that are somehow mimicking what we've already got going on.
Oh,
with
you know
our
what? I could
faces.
use like, how about this, Danny? It's an earphone that's actually like a prosthetic ear that I put
Yes.
over my real
Yeah,
ear.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you
Yeah.
have freakishly big ears, which
Yes.
are off-putting, and now
Yeah.
you can hear.
It
Yeah,
would
what's
only be
that?
like maybe like 10% bigger. Like I think that they could fit the Bluetooth technology inside
that.
the prosthetic. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they could. They easily
Do you
could.
have one larger ear?
Could you imagine Apple comes out with the what would they call it? The eye ear.
Tomorrow.
The
What about a
flesh
wig?
colored-
Could I just have a wig that has like some sort of like bone conduction?
Yeah.
Oh,
you can have all of
dude.
that.
Bone you want bone conduction.
Have you tried the bone
That's
conduction ones yet?
I have been really curious about the effectiveness of bone conduction.
Does it
I'm
does it
both
draw
listening.
in more does it draw in more semen?
According to the commercial that I've seen 500 million times on Amazon Prime,
Yeah.
it's way cool, but I've never done it myself.
It's
I've
supposed
had
to be
bone
better
conduction.
for your ears.
Yeah.
You've had someone do bone conduction on you?
Yeah. I've had headphones do bone conduction to me. It was fine.
I'll tell you, bone conduction, the only experience I have with bone conduction is when I put my head against the wall of the airplane and
Yeah.
it conducts all the noises of the airplane right into my brain.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
rattles them.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
so
my
it
only
does work.
experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's talk about what's going on. And Citibank had a little bit of an embarrassing mistake when they accidentally credited a customer's account with $81 trillion instead of the $280 they were supposed to get.
What a cool bank statement to have.
Dude, snap a picture, post it, you're automatically famous.
My kid had a great idea when we talked about this story.
Run into the bank and just cash it out immediately.
No,
I wanted an all dollar. $100.
He's like, Dad, take that money and buy the bank right away so they can't correct it.
Okay. That's smart.
Okay. He's like, then buy all the lawyers involved. I'm like, okay. And he was just going down that rabbit hole. I said, buddy, eventually, no, they're not going to let you get away with this. Do they even have 81 trillion? We did look up the total value of like all the money in the world. It was like 400 trillion or something insane. So 81 trillion is not impossible, but that they have that much seems a little crazy.
This
81 trillion.
This article says that one of the biggest banks accidentally transferred more than $80 trillion to a customer's account after a fat finger input error by an employee.
Oh, that's what I would do. Have you seen my fingers?
Yeah, yours are sausagey.
I get mocked constantly. Me and Prince Charles have got these big fingers. We should never be, an accountant. 81 trillion. 280 though. That's a lot. That's a pretty big mix up, just number wise.
Yeah, it's not even a 2.
Yeah.
Oh, the 2. The dollar sign is over the 4. So I don't even know how they did that.
Just extra fat fingers.
And then all the extra zeros, like
maybe the 0 key got stuck.
It's so weird. But how long did this go on for before they were like, we're missing $81 trillion from the world economy? Does anybody know where it is?
So it was caught by a employee an hour and a half after processing.
An hour and a half. The whole EU is out of money. They're like, oh no. Yeah, like
where did it go?
England went to go use its credit card to buy like some fish and chips. Is like rejected. You're like, dude, I had 81 trillion in that account. I should be able to afford this.
Man, that is nuts. That is
a companion story to this was American Airlines refunded someone who was asking for $1,000 refund, $100,000. And they instantly contacted American Airlines and said, hey, I've been given $100,000. And the person insisted that whatever had happened was correct. And they actually had to email like the CEO. They had to go through all of these hoops to give back $100,000 to American Airlines. And this was another story I read with one of my kids, and they're like, oh, I just keep it. But the truth is, if you get accidental money in your account ever, you should try as hard as you can to give it back, because it's just going to be a nightmare if you hold on to it.
You just leave it. You can't spend it for like
so yeah, I thought about that, but the problem with the $100,000 is there was a currency issue. So the guy who had it was worried that currency fluctuations would mean he would end up paying more. So he was in a state of panic, which you should be if you've been given $100,000 accidentally, and especially if you've been given $81 trillion accidentally. Don't spend it.
Yeah. Okay, so this was an article that was sent to me by Docs in the chat, and he claimed also that the bank made a similar error 10 times in 2024. This happened 10 times last year.
This is where we should be banking.
It was actually down from 13 times in 2023.
Fat fingers? Are they like, they should start hiring people with slender fingers.
No, you can't do that.
Finger discrimination.
Let me look at those fingers.
No. The first test is you go in to do your interview, and they have this imprint on the desk, and they're like, can you place your hand inside this? And it's like a handprint, and you're like, that would be me.
Oh,
right?
It's like the luggage tester at the overhead luggage tester, but it's just like
exactly.
Finger, it's just finger holes. It's like everything is a size 6 ring hole.
Yeah, it's like a bowling, bowling ball. You
Yeah.
put your fingers in it, and you're like, no, and they're like, sorry, you can't work here.
Yeah, we wish you could. You can't.
Just giving away trillions of dollars due to fat finger error.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Don't do it.
but imagine just one time they didn't catch it.
Just one time.
Dude, living on some island.
Yeah,
It's yours.
Yeah,
It's not going to happen. They will come back for it, and they will be aggressive.
Pete in the chat says you can retire on a few seconds of the interest from $81 trillion. You just need to put it in your money market account immediately. Don't put it in my checking. Put it in my money market.
Dude, Put in my money market with like
Will they claw back the
0.2%?
interest? I don't think so.
Knowing them, they probably will.
They'd reverse it. Yeah,
Figure
they
it
would
out.
for sure reverse it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they charge you the interest on the loan for the 10 seconds you had it.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah, you're done.
All right, Danny, pay attention on this one, okay? This is the harrowing tale of a hiker in China who was lost for 10 days.
Okay.
And
Long time.
with no food, this man survived only on melted snow and toothpaste.
Ooh, toothpaste. I was always told that toothpaste caused diarrhea.
Why toothpaste? Why would you eat toothpaste?
I know. Why would you remember to bring only toothpaste? That's
Mm.
not even at like top 20 on my list.
Yeah, you have no food, but you have toothpaste?
I don't even think toothpaste. Like, is there a calorie count on the backs of a toothpaste? Like,
Maybe Chinese toothpaste.
I mean, children's toothpaste you could eat probably, but you're still not supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this story's got a lot of unanswered questions.
I'd forego the toothpaste and just eat the melted snow. And I'd brush my teeth for freshness.
So those who want to melt snow with body heat to drink it, I can tell you from experience, it is a slow and stupid process. It does not work. I have tried it in many ways, many different ways, and I can tell you right now, it is not very efficient.
Mm-hmm.
And they tell you that it takes more energy to melt it.
Yeah.
If you hold it to your body than it does, provide some sustenance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just need to put handfuls of snow in your mouth and melt them that way. And as long as you constantly do that, you should get enough moisture anyways.
And I've done that in desperation, and it does help fight off the worst of thirst.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really provide.
You don't get to gulp.
Yeah, there's no gulping, which you need.
But if you would have started putting snow in your mouth before you got thirsty, Danny, then you'd have been totally fine. The problem is once you're thirsty, it's already too late.
Yeah. But if you've got toothpaste, I guess you can somehow hold it all back.
What is the toothpaste?
Like the mintiness, maybe.
Oh my God. Imagine how cold you put just a squirt of toothpaste and you're swishing it around and like, okay, I got my calories. Now let me get some water. Put the ice in your mouth after you brush your teeth with that. It's extra cold. Wrong move.
I can feel it.
Yeah. It hurts my teeth just thinking about it.
If you have maybe it's sensitive toothpaste.
Oh,
thank
Sensodyne?
goodness.
Yeah. I hope it's Sensodyne, dude. I hope it's Sensodyne. DePete says mint snow cones.
Yeah, great idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he was on a solo hike, and then 2 days into the trek, his electronics died, and he had no communication.
He didn't realize that batteries eventually drain.
He also had a broken right arm after multiple falls.
Multiple falls. This guy's a mess. He only brought toothpaste. He's falling multiple times.
Well, he's only 18.
Well, once you fall, he's only 18 and he's fallen like that multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
My prediction is not going to age well.
Yeah.
Like things don't get better balance wise after 18.
Yeah. If you're not in your peak balancing moments by 18, then I think it's downhill too. I think, yeah.
Okay. So be careful out there, everybody. Bring plenty of toothpaste.
Make sure to pack your toothpaste.
Yeah, but at least he was prepared
for what?
Mouth wise. When they finally rescued him, the rescuers probably had never ever come across someone with such fresh breath.
Yeah.
They were like, thank God. Usually everybody's breath is
it's like I could kiss you right now. Okay. All right. So Tyson, when you go to the movies, how do you feel about the previews before the movie starts?
I like the previews. I like the previews if it's movies that are coming out in the far future that I haven't seen or haven't seen that often. I don't go to the movies often enough that I see the same previews over and over now. Like I go to the movies maybe once every 2 months.
Yeah.
So yeah. I like the trailers. Do people not like the trailers?
Well, they do show a lot of them. And I feel like that they're all on YouTube. So you go to the movie and it's like, all right, seen this trailer, seen this trailer, seen this trailer. So it used to be you'd see something like novel when you went to the movies. Yeah. But in India, a man was awarded damages over the length of the commercials shown before a movie screening. A 31-year-old man won a case against the movie theater chain, India's biggest, for excessive pre-movie commercials.
It is true. You don't like movie starts at 8 p.m. and you're like, okay, I know I have the commercials and the trailers. I can be there at 8:15. The movie should start at the time. They can play trailers up until the point.
Play trailers the whole time.
Play trailers the whole time in the pre-show. But the second that the movie that starts at 8 p.m. didn't start at 8 p.m., that's a problem. And you should, definitely. This guy should, if you're cutting into the time when they said the movie's starting.
Yep.
Sometimes there's so many previews that I forget what movie I came to watch.
Or you're like, or the preview doesn't match the movie. It's like, oh, we're here to watch Wild Robot. And it's like, Sex Party 7. And you're like, wait, why are we?
I didn't even see Sex Party 6 yet.
Yeah, 1 through 5
No
are great.
spoilers.
And then,
Bing bong. Hi, is this the Airbnb? Yeah, come on in. Who are these guys?
Just so you guys know, he was forced to cancel work calls because the movie overran the scheduled finish time.
Yes, 25 minutes of commercials caused him to miss the work call. And he said that there were 25 minutes of commercials, which had 17 ads and 2 public service announcements, which wasted his time, caused him mental agony, and was an unfair trade practice.
Yeah.
I think it should begin and end as advertised.
Yeah. Yeah. I also agree with that. You schedule accordingly. You can play everything up to anything until that point, but it also has to align with the movie audience. No more Sex Party 7 advertisements during Wild Robot.
Yeah.
That's it.
You know? It's like rated R for being horrific and having parents die that have kids. And I'm like, girls, don't watch this.
Yeah, you go.
And the
man takes himself on a sexual adventure through the world. You're like, oh no, what's happening? What movie am I bringing my kids to?
But also, sometimes you go to a movie that's like kind of a kid's movie, and there's like a scary movie also.
Yeah.
Like, great. Now my kids have nightmares because of
Her
these
soul
trailers.
was banished to hell, but
You're
she's
like,
returned for vengeance.
What's happening, Mom and Dad? Is that true? Or
Is Satan real?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The worst part is the horror previews. That's right.
Yeah.
He's
I hate
sued for
it.
$574. Do you think that's a fair ask?
I think, I don't know. I think.
It sounded better when it was 50,000 rupees.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot more.
But is 50,000 rupee, like how far does 50,000 rupees go in India?
Maybe
Like, is that
far.
a month's
It's
salary?
Yeah.
Year's
Like,
salary.
I mean, $574 is like what I spend at the concession stand. So it's nothing to the movie theater.
That's what I'm saying. So is like, what's the US equivalent based on how far that money will go in India? Is that like a $10,000 payday? Like, does $500 last for multiple months in India? Does it last for a couple weeks? Does it last like how long? I want to know what the cost of living is in India to live.
Maybe we have people in India who watch the podcast.
What's
We for
interesting
sure
is
do.
those were the damages, but his
We'll
mental
take
agony
Extra
was,
commercials.
his mental agony was only $57.
Mm.
I feel like my mental agony is the 574.
Yeah, would be more expensive.
Yeah.
part.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
All right. Let's talk about another story. Now, I tend to not look for political stories here on News AF. You know, I feel like that we're above that, but at least this is a story about renaming things, which is something that is very much in our wheelhouse. And so Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick has proposed a bill to the Texas Senate to rename New York strip steak to be Texas strip steak.
Oh, why do we hate people so bad?
Actually, Tyson, I think this makes sense. Where is maybe the strip should be named after where it originated? Why are we giving all this credit to New York? When was the last time they were putting out delicious steak.
Yeah, so
and maybe all the time. I don't know.
The name New York Strip comes from the steakhouse Delmonico's, which was going back to the 19th century, that they popularized the cut, and that is why it is a New York strip steak. But Dan Patrick, not of Sports Center, but of Texas, has said that he says it should be named Texas strip steak because liberal New York cows are only dairy cows, where the Texas cows are making the beef.
By the way, no one is telling any restaurant owner they can't name their New York strip Texas strip.
Yeah, because here's what's going to happen.
You can do whatever you want. It's your restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
What's the Texas strip again? Oh, it's a New York strip.
Yeah, that's what will happen at every Texas restaurant when they change the name. Seriously, doesn't need to be a bill. If you want to change it and you own a restaurant, feel free. And then feel free to have a small laminated card that you hand to customers after they see the menu.
Is Texas losing out in any way having the steaks that are bought from the Texas cattle farmers called New York strip steaks?
No. I mean, New York is, I don't know. I just feel like whatever happened, that popularized it, and that's what people know it as. And now that's the thing. It's like sometimes just let history just be the thing.
Or here's an idea. Here's an idea.
We've had the tradition.
Come up with your own cut, like the Texas chunk.
Like the
I'll have a 16-ounce Texas chunk.
Yeah, I want the anus circular.
Yeah, I want the Utah anus steak. Right? That's a delightful cut.
How is that, Danny?
Or they call it the Utah black hole.
Yeah,
the Utah brown hole.
Yeah,
brown hole steak.
Now let me get Danny's opinion as a famed cow hater.
Oh, they're so
and also cow owner.
We sold all of our cows.
Oh, you don't have any more?
Yeah, they were constantly like getting STDs, and it was just a nightmare.
The cows were getting STDs.
Yes, they were. They were
humans?
From other cows. Yeah,
from other cows, from neighboring cows. We tried to keep our cows pure.
Wait, from separate infiltrating cows?
Yes, we lost a whole herd of cows to an STD.
Caused by a strange.
Took years to recover from that. No one was buying like the Utah gonorrhea cut or whatever it was that the cows had. I was told what it was, but I don't remember. Yeah. So as a notorious cow hater, go on, Rob.
Yeah, I wanted to get your opinion on this.
As I said before, call your strip whatever you want. No one is stopping you from doing that. I'm sure there's lots of other things that we could be focusing on in the government rather than this.
Okay.
But here's the only thing that matters, that you cook your steak deliciously. Other than that, who cares what it's called?
Danny, how do you like your steak cooked?
Well, I would eat a Utah brown hole steak if it was cooked, well. It was nice and tender.
But like, do you want it done well?
Well done.
Yeah.
Not well done. Yeah. No, heck.
Because that was a question on Survivor this week, that there was somebody that says you could learn a lot about people by asking them how they like their steak cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah. People will get offended at nice restaurants if you ask for well done. You should never get well done. You might as well just bring beef jerky in your bag when you go to a restaurant if you're going to eat well done steak.
But this is a good note for me as I'm headed to Texas.
That's true.
Note to self, don't ask for a New York strip.
Oh my gosh. What a faux pas that would be.
Yeah. Okay, so good to know.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
Danny, I want to talk more about your cows, dude. So like a neighborhood cow came in, like a strangler cow, someone else, like you mixed and mingled. How did another cow infiltrate the cows?
So we have fencing, and fencing is very expensive. But that doesn't stop the fences being run down by wildlife. And then other people's cows are like, ooh, those cows
aren't infected yet.
Yeah.
Virgin-like cows, and they go over. And
you're sure your cows weren't the ones infecting their cows.
Our cows are just
pristine,
moral, upstanding cows.
Don't even try to blame it on the Bryson herd.
By the way, I don't know how it is really transferred. That's what I heard. This is going back like 7, 8 years ago, or maybe even more. So yeah, just don't mingle cows, because you don't know what those neighboring cows, where they've been. What dirty alleyways they've been visiting just don't.
Okay.
All right. Now, we're still talking about a guy's trip. right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah.
Where we going,
So,
Austin?
all right. Well, before Austin, let me just maybe we want to have a Texas strip steak in New York, and then where are we going to stay? The M&M store in Times Square
Yes.
is opening up to sleepover parties.
Oh, just
made-
the adults I want to sleep with. One's obsessed with M&Ms. Right? Closing your eyes with them behind you.
So
Don't
you
take
think
the green ones.
you think Disney is losing out on money because all these Disney adults are going to M&M store now? If I ever reference Times Square, it's always the M&M store. I'm always like, they're like, so where should we meet? And they're like, the M&M store at Times Square, because it's hilarious. Like, I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so they're doing sleepovers.
Okay, yeah, so they are having a sleepover sweepstakes. One winner and up to 4 guests have the chance to sleep over at the 25,000 square foot Times Square store in April. It will be the first overnight experience since the store opened in 2006. It's valued at $10,000 and includes glamping setups and nostalgic activities like video games, board games, making friendship bracelets, and is inspired by the trend of recreating sleepover fun for all ages.
Oh, what a guy's trip. That actually would be hilarious.
We should
go
do that.
this.
Yeah.
My friendship bracelet, it's just, they're going to be through the...
Bergen, Marlo, I'll see you in 2 days. I'm going to sleep.
Where are you going, Gab?
We're going glamping at the M&M store.
We're making friendship bracelets. I wish I could bring you, but guys trip 2025.
One downside, I don't like M&Ms. So
Really? None of them?
Not even peanut?
No.
Almond?
Nope.
You're a monster.
You could go forever. Yeah, I wouldn't like them.
What is it
Caramel?
about the
Pretzel?
M&Ms, Danny? Because you don't like chocolate?
No, I actually don't mind chocolate. It's just the candy just tastes cheap. And I'm not
they
like
are.
It's very expensive at the M&M store.
Oh, I'm sure.
And
but
also,
I can't explain it. That's the best way I can define.
well,
exactly
Danny's
why.
family owns an estate in Switzerland, one of the world headquarters of chocolate. So that makes
Sleepover.
sense.
Yeah, I'm not a chocolate snob either. But it's just sometimes it just tastes so gross.
So let's say we're going to the gas station. You got your Mountain Dew. You feel like something chocolatey as well. What are you getting?
Chocolatey as well. Actually, you know what? I don't get chocolatey very much. Not that I hate it. And by the way, M&M peanut M&Ms are the best per ounce calorie exercise thing you can ever take with you, in my opinion. So I do eat them when I run long distances, and maybe that's why I don't.
Why you
like
hate
M&Ms.
them, because they're associated with such shitty exercise.
Yeah, with like pain and suffering. So
Yeah.
it's
That's not
necessarily
their fault.
Yeah.
That's not their fault.
Okay. All right. Well, let's then pivot to something that Danny does like if
Cows.
we can't. Let's talk a little bit about the world of Mountain Dew. And this is actually a bit of a sad story. A woman named Nicole Max, 37, she's being accused of murdering her 79-year-old roommate. Now, probably an interesting story there with this 79-year-old male roommate and a 37-year-old woman. Yeah. This happened on July 1st, 2023. And she was, I don't know why we're only hearing about it now, but police informed the woman that they wanted to get her DNA after the man was found murdered and then the house was set on fire. The police came to her to collect her DNA. She requested a Diet Mountain Dew.
Yeah, gross.
And then proceeded to pour it all over her body in an effort
it makes sense
to hide her DNA.
It kind of makes sense. You would think that Mountain Dew, just from the look alone,
I bet if you
would be enough.
If you Google, I bet if you got on Reddit and were like, does Mountain Dew burn away DNA evidence? I bet there is a whole thread of people being like, yeah, it does. No, it doesn't. Yeah, it does. No, it doesn't.
My sister, right?
Yeah.
Or they always tell stories about other people that they kind of know.
Yeah.
This tells us a lot about the relationship and the whole setup there. But to think that Mountain Dew would kill, I would say that's the worst idea ever, right? It looks toxic. You've been told forever that it is toxic. And if you ask for bleach, they're going to be suspicious.
Yeah. You think it is the worst or not the worst?
No, it's not the worst idea.
Yeah.
right?
The issue was that the police found the murder weapon, and the murder weapon had not been covered in Diet Mountain Dew, and that they were able to do a DNA match to her.
Or the only two things covered in Mountain Dew were the gun and her.
Who's the knife? Yeah,
the knife and her. They're just like, there's only Mountain Dew Diet on two things. You
and they can trace Mountain Dew to its source. They're like, this came from the same factory.
Yeah, I guess the reason why this came out now is that on February 27th, she pleaded no contest to charges of second-degree murder.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Probably no Mountain Dew in prison. And smuggling that in is going to require a lot of space.
Yeah. And so her original actions with the Mountain Dew did complicate the DNA collection process. So I guess it did buy her some time.
Yeah. I mean, okay.
It made it murky for some reason.
You think more of it then maybe would have been the...
Maybe regular Mountain Dew, not diet, Tyson.
Oh, yeah, but that's so sticky, but that's probably how it gets.
And a waste. Diet Mountain Dew is disgusting. Feel free to pour that as much as you want, wherever. But regular Mountain Dew, you're going to want to drink that.
Yeah.
Are you?
What a sight, too, to see as the police officer. Like, yeah, sure, here you go. And she demanded, like, what, 2 liters, I'm assuming?
Yeah. Can I get a 4 liter? Can I get a 4 liter of Diet Mountain Dew? And they're like, they only come in 2 liters. I'm going to need 2 of those. I am so thirsty.
What kind of drink selection did the police have? Was this like a vending machine situation?
I think they always have like an intern that's like,
remember,
grab you something.
Exactly. In those interrogation rooms, like,
under the hot lights. They're
We're
like,
friends now. We're friends now. I'm going to send the bad cop to get you a drink. What do you want? You're drinking Mountain Dew right now, Rob.
Yeah. No, it's not. This is not Mountain Dew. This is just it is a green can, but it's not Mountain Dew. No, it's a sparkling water.
Water lime.
There you go.
Yes.
With hint of lime.
Hint of lime.
Should we get hint of lime guy on that?
Mm-hmm. You should get it on the Texas strip steak.
Yeah, that's his thing.
You have to go all the way back to the origin of where the steak cut was first originated. It's going to end up being like some European town.
All right. I feel like Danny is not going to like this story.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, come on.
2,000 survey people were asked, do you regularly pee in the shower?
Oh, we talked about people who pooed in the shower.
24% of the survey people responded they regularly pee in the shower.
What? Regular? How often is that? I mean,
12% do daily.
Oh, gross.
Daily?
Daily.
I have to pee right now, but first of all, pooing in the shower, you would need a garbage disposal, I think, in the shower. Peeing in the shower, I think in emergency situations.
What? No.
Never,
ever.
Well, you should pee before you get in the shower. Danny and I lived together in the same room, sharing the same bathroom before, and we had a rule that there was to be no fluids, no bodily fluids whatsoever in the shower.
Okay.
And that was the rule we stood by.
That's your bond.
Tyson also had a window that he said I was allowed to pee out of. And I did.
Yes.
I didn't do a great job, but I did pee out of it.
Yeah.
So that's acceptable. Windows.
We peed out of it in the night, but we only did because the landlord
needed the lady in her flowers or something.
The landlord. So I lived at this house, and the landlord rented the house to us, but they lived downstairs. We lived upstairs. She would sneak in when she thought we were gone to water all the flowers because they had like these planters hanging out the windows. It was a fun little European cottage because she was trying to win the garden contest. And I was taking a nap in the middle of the day after a bike ride. It was when I was a pro cyclist. And she just walked in my room, and I was like, oh, you can't. And she's like, oh, I thought you were gone. I was like, that doesn't make it better. You can't be walking in as the landlord, like whenever you want, willy nilly. And so then I was like, she's like, well, I want to water my plants. I was like, I'll water your plants. So I did.
Yeah,
I know. So I was watering her plants. And then I caught her trying to come in again to take care of the plants. And I was like, no, stop. So then I started peeing in her flowers, and
that's okay. The shower? No, there's a toilet right there. There's no reason.
It's not bad for the flowers?
It is. They died.
Bad. They're salty. It's a salty thing.
Yeah, they definitely died. But that was, I don't even know. It's past the statute of limitations.
Yeah.
And it happened in Austria.
No, I was going to say
20 years ago.
Do you want a age breakdown of the shower urinators?
I do. I want to
Okay.
know who's doing this.
Wait. First, Danny, do you think the older people are doing this or the younger people more?
Older people.
No, you're wrong. Millennials are the most likely to be
They're so
shower
lazy.
It doesn't seem like they talk to Gen Z. Millennials are 25%, 13% of Gen X, and 6% of baby boomers. The baby boomers are doing it the least.
Wow.
Here's the thing. Would it be acceptable
Or they have shame, at least.
to build like one of those
They're lying
gerbil
about it.
exercise route tube things that goes to the toilet? So you could be in the shower, pee into the tube, and then have the tube go into the toilet. Could that be a compromise? The pee tube?
I think you need the right gravity. You need the second story shower that goes down to the first story.
They're always so close together. I feel as if that would be a nice hack.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I still think it would be unacceptable, but still, at least it's something better than just full on urination.
What do you think of some kind of urinal wall in the shower, Danny?
Yeah. I was in a shower in New Zealand that had something like that. It had this, it didn't drain into a drain. It went into this tray and all the showers drained using this tray in this communal shower. So,
okay.
I think there's no situation in which you should do it. The toilet's right there and just get out.
Okay. All right. And then one other story to talk about, a News AF favorite, Brian Johnson makes headlines all the time. The New York Post had the chronicles of a story about how Brian Johnson reveals how he brought back his 22-year-old penis.
When you read it like that, it sounds like he had put it in storage.
Yes.
And then he had brought it back and had it reattached. But what do you mean by brought it back? How? How did he
soak it in Mananuka honey from New Zealand?
Yeah, he was. So that's what the headline was in. And it's really, he makes headlines all the time, but he's 47 years old. He's an anti-aging advocate, and he claims he reversed the age of his penis by 15 years, achieving the erectile health of a 22-year-old compared to his 19-year-old son.
Wait, hold on. He's doing boner competitions with his boys.
Yes, Danny, you haven't seen any of that?
Well, no, I've known all of these details, but I've never had them put together. I knew that he was taking his young son's blood, and I knew that he measured his nighttime contractions or whatever. Erections. But I didn't know that he was in a race to the top.
Danny, this was from a little while back. So he invented something that is called the Atom sensor. I'm not sure if that's an acronym for something. And the Atom sensor is a device that he developed to track nighttime erections, measures frequency, duration, and quality as a biomarker for overall health. And then he posts about these things.
Quality?
Yes.
How do you measure the quality?
I think probably I would guess fill kind of percentage.
I thought it was maybe the kind of object you could smash with it.
But, okay, so this was from a little while back. This was from January 22nd. Brian Johnson tweeted, "Nighttime erection data from my 19-year-old son," and tags him and me.
Oh my gosh.
His duration is 2 minutes longer than mine. He says, "Raise children to stand tall, be firm, and upright." Okay.
His andro age, 22. That's the only marker that matters. See that down there?
Yeah. But if his son's erections
profile
are 2 minutes longer than his, then how is his andro age?
Because it's not all about time, Tyson. Rigidity. I'm sure.
The whole factor.
Blood flow.
Number of erections.
Is this right, though, that total duration of erection episodes, 182 minutes?
So wait a minute. Hold on. That's 3 hours out of 8 that you're just
of
fully
morning
engorged.
Erection time?
Yeah. Full erection time.
I had no idea that I should be measuring this. I mean, we've read about this several times.
Yeah.
But now that I know there's charts that I could be posting on social media, I'm more interested.
Do you think that you, Danny, could create a business where we go around and we do measure, we sit bedside and measure?
I'd like to see the device. Does he have a picture of the device?
I think it's a cow milker, one of those automatic cow milker things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make the most sense. I want to see a picture of this device.
Yeah, I don't know if they have that out.
Yeah, it's top secret information. He's hoping
Top
to sell it
secret.
to NASA.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, if all the things to brag about,
Mhm.
this is, I guess, pretty cool. 22-year-old. But the problem is he in a relationship? Like, if you have a 22-year-old dong but have nowhere to use it, who cares? Right?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Here, let me see if I can find some other information on the Atom
Oh,
sensor.
please. Can I buy it on Amazon?
Okay.
Or Temu?
All right. So the Atom sensor is a wearable device designed to monitor and track nighttime erections, specifically focusing on nocturnal penile tumescence, which refers to
tumescent.
spontaneous erections.
Yeah,
That's a great word.
The thing that's fun about this Brian Johnson guy is he's doing things that nobody ever would consider. So he gets to name it whatever he wants.
Tumescence.
The name he came up with.
So, Danny, it's a ring-shaped gadget worn around the base of the penis during sleep.
Nice.
A cock ring.
And it's a stretchable ring to measure size changes, and it syncs wirelessly with a Bluetooth app.
Thank goodness. Yeah. You're going to want it to sync wirelessly. By the way, for someone who wants to live, he's syncing wirelessly invisible rays of Bluetooth through his dong every night.
Is that bad?
Seems like that could cause cancer.
Yeah. Okay. This was developed in 2022 and runs for about $190.
Oh, that's peanuts. I mean, I just want
That
to
is
know.
penis.
You wear
The
it.
information it gives you, that's nothing.
Yeah, that's total penis.
Right? Tyson, have you ordered yours already? Or are you
I
gonna
have
wait
two
till
of
the
them.
Episode's over.
I wear them on all my fingers too, just because I want my fingers age to also be young. Like, what's the use of having a 22-year-old dong when your fingers are
hands of a
screaming
70-year-old?
70-year-old, exactly.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I don't know if they've got any that would fit around my fingers, but to Bluetooth to my watch that my finger rigidity is up to date or down to date.
We should get a Chinese finger trap and put it on Brian Johnson and his son at the same time.
You know, they're what though? They're so open about their health.
This is
if he didn't exist and he wasn't totally whack, we would have like a third of our stories wouldn't even exist. This guy's producing so much good content.
He's doing it all for us.
It's going to be a shame when he dies in the next decade.
Yeah.
Due to all of, he was taking 91 pills. No one who's ever taken 91 pills lived very long.
Yes. According to this, he is single also.
Okay. So, man.
He had a high-profile breakup with actress Taryn Southern in 2019.
You got a
Brian Johnson?
You got a young dong, but nowhere to go. Just seems like.
Well, maybe he has multiple partners. Yeah.
Let's hope he doesn't DH it more.
Mm-hmm.
And then it becomes a crime for the woman to.
No.
He's 46, but his dong age is 17.
I'm just saying he takes it down way too low, and all of a sudden he's left with he's reduced it to almost nothing.
Oh, he could have a baby.
Exactly.
Member.
Isn't that he should be really concerned about this?
Be careful.
Yeah. Be careful with this. This is some new technology, and I'm just saying, whoa, slow down.
All right.
Yeah.
Danny, are you ready to take us to your bolt hole?
Oh, I have got a story about the future, and it doesn't involve any of this stuff.
Good. I'm so excited that Danny's bolt hole is here. It's a good thing I'm not wearing an Atom sensor right now.
Yeah. You'd be probably age
oh my gosh, how many during a podcast is
old.
acceptable?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Danny's bolt hole.
Welcome to my bolt hole. I think you're gonna like it. I think you're gonna feel you belong.
Yeah.
Imagine putting the sensor on and being told you have the junk of a 85-year-old. So sad. Guys, the future is here. This is an idea that I've had at least for a year or two, right? And I've always wondered, like, why don't the police utilize drones? You know, instead of them going up to the car, they send the drone up to the car to do the initial scan of the car.
Yeah. Okay.
So futuristic. We've probably seen it in a million movies. BYD, the electric car company that comes out of China and is supposedly a threat to Tesla.
Ooh. Let me look.
They have now released a car or about to release a car that comes with a drone compartment on the roof for an additional $2,700, which not a bad price actually.
Yeah.
And you can launch and land your drone at 25 kilometers per hour or below from your car with the push of a button on your dashboard. That is pretty cool. And you're like, well, what's the practicality of that? The thing they talk about in this article, which is on The Verge, is, oh, you can film yourself. No, the reason you need this is to send the drone into the person's house that your kid is at to retrieve your child so you don't have to leave the car. This is exactly what I wanted all along. Is like, go get my kid. It knocks on the door. And then I talk through the drone, is, my kid here. And then I fly it back to my car, put it back in, and it starts to recharge right away.
Wow.
Right?
That's impressive.
So actually only $2,200 add on. I mean, that's like undercoating. So instead of getting the undercoating, you get the drone launch capabilities, which would just be awesome. Pull up at a party, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to get out of your car. You can sit there and look at your phone, send out your drone to say hello, and then put it back in the pod, drive away.
Is that dangerous for the drone to fly around the party?
No, it's dangerous for everyone there.
But do you have you have to be in the car on your phone, like talking to everybody on FaceTime?
No, that capability isn't built into the drone yet. The ability to say hi. Thank you for inviting me, but that will come naturally because you can only video your stupid car so many times before you're like wishing that it had other capabilities.
It won't have other capabilities.
It should. I think it will.
It'll go grab a pizza and bring it to you while, my God, on a road trip, you're just like, there's a Popeyes. We should have stopped there. Oh, send the drone real quick.
Yeah.
We'll come back, drop it through the sunroof. We scarf it. Man.
Yeah. Actually, how cool would this be if you can increase range and speed you can be at for deployment? Because now you don't even have to slow down. You send out the drone to fetch things as you slow down.
Charge. The drone could go and charge real quick and bring battery power back to you.
Oh, in the car?
In the
reverse.
Car.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Actually, to be honest, it's a stupid idea.
I don't know how to buy one. I can't buy one.
The BYD car?
Yeah. Are they in the US?
I haven't heard of them in
BYD.com.
Yeah.
And because they have a UK and they have some other.
Yeah, I think it's only Europe right now.
Hmm.
Sorry, Tyson.
And how much are they?
I actually heard they're pretty competitive. Let's see. They actually had a program in Europe where you could trade in your Tesla and they would give you a BYD. They're really trying hard.
Yeah.
Wow.
But now that you've got the drone launch capabilities, I think that it's our job to find out what we can do with this drone launch.
Yeah, it's kind of cool that the drone can come out the top of the
right. How scary is that?
Yeah.
Also,
I'll show you a picture.
In Curb, he had that periscope, Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Of course.
Now you want to see how far traffic goes down?
Yeah. So
send out the drone.
Tyson, so like the top of the car is like a sunroof that like opens up and then the drone pops up.
Okay.
Look at that. That's pretty cool. That's the future. Tons of little drones to do your bidding, so you never have to leave your car.
Yeah. Yeah. How many drones can you have? Could you
right now
just
just
one.
one.
You couldn't buy multiples on there and attach like
have a fleet
Oh
of drones?
man, how scary would that be? Tyson's car going down the road with a fleet in formation in front of his car, blasting raccoons and deer out of the way so he doesn't run them over.
Oh, that's smart. The drones are just like a protective field. Yeah. Okay.
See, the capabilities are endless.
You try, somebody's gonna carjack you, but then the drone comes out and like tases them.
Just hits them with the propeller a couple times.
Or goes over to the other car and it's like, his night boner age is 21. You're messing with a 46-year-old dude whose night boner age is 21.
Actually, the drone would be cool if it could then go to like a bipedal robot with blades on its hands, right?
Yes.
It lands and it stands up and then it's got these blades and
like
then
the
it can run over
Terminator?
and fight. Yeah, that would be awesome.
And then why not turn into a Boston Dynamics robot dog?
Oh, why not?
We
that
should
would
get
be
patents
helpful
for this.
Hey, BYD, contact us. We've got some ideas that would make this more than just the stupid idea it currently is.
Yeah.
And we'll give it away for a really nice price.
I really think just a recharging drone that flies ahead, charges at this fuel station, and then jumps on the car and keeps juicing it. And then you don't ever have to stop to recharge on a road trip.
I like that. But the battery required probably to do that is so huge that the drone now becomes impractical.
No, but that's why the drone flies ahead.
No, I get the idea, Tyson.
And then
I
it's
get it.
right
get
next
it.
to the freeway when it jumps
Mhm.
back on.
I just want a drone that will go and fetch my kids. So
That's
I don't
all
have
we
to knock
want.
on the
Yeah.
door and talk to my kids' friends.
The drone's going to do all that?
All it has to do is knock on the door and say, "Get Ollie."
And it just has like all of its crosshairs just like
Yeah, it's like, "Can you get Ollie,
Yeah,
please?"
Hey, all right, we don't want any trouble. Here, take him.
Yeah, he's going to show up so much faster because right now he ignores me when I call him on his watch. He wants to play a little bit longer. It's like, no, the drone is all business. Goes into the house, looks around side to side, goes into several rooms.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Scans
terrifying.
everything.
They'll be getting my kid a lot faster just to get the drone out of the house. So yeah, that's all I want.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about our image for today's episode. We've talked about Citibank's $280 trillion error,
Toothpaste eating,
the toothpaste eating hiker, the commercials at the movie theater, the Texas Strip, the M&M sleepover, the shower urinators, the DNA destroying Mountain Dew, and Brian Johnson's Atom sensor.
probably can't
findings.
use the Atom sensor.
And
Nicole,
a drone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nicole says a man eating toothpaste who is lost on a mountain with the green M&M eating a New York strip steak, and a woman pouring Mountain Dew on herself.
Oh,
Okay,
on the guy eating toothpaste in a New York strip steak.
Surrounded by a herd of infected cows.
Oh, that's a lot.
We can give it a shot.
Yeah.
Father and son. Stepper
Yeah.
says dong rings, but I think father and son connected at the genitals in a Chinese finger trap.
I feel like that our image making software is not going to
It's gonna flag it and turn us in.
That should be flagged. I feel like I need to flag what Tyson just said. Like,
Mhm.
do I flag Tyson just right now?
Throw the yellow card.
I like the first one.
Okay. All right. Let me type that in. Danny, what do you have coming up this week?
You know what? I should not be surprised.
You want me to ask
by that
Tyson
question.
first?
No, it doesn't matter. It's not as if suddenly in the next 2 minutes I'm going to like come up with something exciting. Just plugging away, editing videos, looking for news to share here every Tuesday. Just waiting for the next Tuesday to come around. And of course, in the back of my mind is always Tyson and I on a future adventure. I know Tyson probably thinks I don't think about it a lot, but I actually do.
And like
It's in my
day.
mind all the time.
Yeah.
Like if we had a thing that could measure how many times I think about Tyson and I going on an adventure and I could hook that up to my face, it would say like maybe 5 or 6 times a week, which is a lot.
I'd also
my
be
mind.
much more helpful this time at getting footage for you now that I see
now
what
that he knows.
now that I see what you're looking for and what you want.
Yeah. So I do research with Tyson in mind,
Mhm.
at least maybe even every day. And that's kind of what I'm plugging away on.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
You laughed. That's
That's very good news.
Yeah.
So ChatGPT Dolly Mini told me, like, actually, I can't make an M&M, but due to copyright restrictions, can I give you a anthropomorphic candy that is not that is not copyrighted? Like, all right, fine.
Yeah.
I
Give me a
said, okay.
W and W.
All right. So here is what it came up with. Okay. Hold on 1 second and go full screen. Okay, there you go. All right. Here is.
But it could do Mountain Dew.
I guess M&M had asked, please do not include any copyrights.
Yeah.
I love how the guy's weeping.
Yeah. He is.
I really like that. And that woman in the background, I mean, she's just like something horrible is happening. The guy, why is there a guy sitting on the log with his phone?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is supposed
He's
to be.
videotaping the whole thing.
Yeah.
There's a
Let's
lot
see.
of Mountain Dew in there. Nobody's dumping Mountain Dew on themselves, though.
No, a Mountain Dew shower.
Yeah, a man eating toothpaste who's lost on a mountain with a green M&M. Maybe is that the person who's lost on the mountain? Maybe it made different people.
Yeah.
The green M&M
Is his hallucination.
eating a strip
Yes,
steak. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine for me.
Yeah.
It's
There you
very
go.
good.
So well done. All right. Tyson, what's coming up for you?
Survivor tomorrow, and going on another field trip. I try to go on the field trips because I feel like a cool guy that's a good parent,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to IMAX theater with Bergen's
Cool.
class at some point
Sounds
this
fun.
week. Also going to a meeting tonight for a different field trip to the Grand Canyon that's happening.
Oh my God. You would take kids to the Grand Canyon?
Yeah. I mean, we're only a couple hours away from it.
How many hours? Like 2 or?
Yeah.
That's
Two
pretty
and a
cool.
half. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then heading to spring break later in the week.
Spring
Yeah.
break.
Okay.
Yeah. We
Are
were
you
going to
gonna
go
be
to
at spring break?
Cancun. We were going to go
Yeah.
to Cancun, but then we decided to go to Hawaii.
Mhm.
Take the kids to Cancun. College spring break would have been hilarious.
It would have
Are you
grown
going to
up
be
fast.
there for next week's show, Tyson?
I will be recording live from Hawaii. Yes.
Okay. All right. So join us here for that adventure. I'll tell you about what's going on in Texas. If there's the official Texas Strip has taken over,
Okay.
find out what's going on in Austin and everything else coming up here on RHAP.
Amazing.
Okay. All right. Thank you all so much for joining us. We'll be back next time. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.
We did it, guys.